I'm Red from the Mothership, and this is 7 Ways to Make a Buck in Red Dead Redemption 2. The first thing you gotta understand about Red Dead Redemption 2 is that it's the sickest game ever made, probably. It's really, really good. Game of the year, facts, all day. I could play it until my eyes bled, and it wouldn't be enough. There's just so much to do, and I can't wait until it's online, and I can go beat up my friends. But in any case, just like old America herself, you gotta have money to really do anything. This game is so good, I want to make a bunch of videos. 10 things you can go and do, 10 little features, 10 little cool stuff you didn't know was in the game. But before I do anything, and before you can go really do anything, you gotta make you some Skrilla. You gotta make some cheddar. You gotta put some stacks away so that you can actually customize your guns and give your pretty horse a new mane, whatever you want to do. So here's 7 ways to make a buck in Red Dead Redemption 2. Starting off at number 7, and then it's kind of starting on a scale of like, you can make some money doing this, but it's probably not going to net you very much, and you're kind of wasting your time, but you can. To like, yeah, if you want to make a killing, big homie, then just go straight to this. So, starting off at number 7, we got catching and selling horses. One thing I love about Red Dead Redemption, and I'm super, super glad they brought it back, is just you come across this herd of wild horses, and you're like, hey, this black one, or this white one, or this little painted one is really, really pretty, and I want this horse in my life. I want to ride that thing into the sunset to poetic banjo music. And so you're like, yeah, you could go and you can catch a horse, but maybe it's not as good as your horse. Maybe you have a super tight bond with your horse and you love it and you named it and you walk it around all over the place like it's a prized pony. But you can catch horses, and if you don't want to keep them, you don't think, oh, this is such a pretty horse. You can just say, hey, pull out some binoculars. These are a herd of Morgans. That's a waste of time. But you can also say, hey, there's a couple of Tennessee Walkers or, Hungarian half-breds in there. You go and you catch them, and then you sell them. You can go to the nearest town, go to the stables, and just sell that horsey. You might only get a couple of bucks. And this is on the lower end of like, you can do this, but if you want to make a bunch of money, you're not going to make that money catching and selling horses. I just love the horsies. Next, we're going to talk about bounties. Number 6, bounties. You can be a bounty hunter. It's a Western. Why not? Go and hog tie some evildoer that's wronged civilization in some kind of way or another. Hog tie him, bring him back in, throw him in a jail cell, and collect your bounty. Sometimes it's 25 bucks, sometimes it's 50 bucks. It's a decent payout, but the thing is it doesn't really happen often. I think I've done like 3 bounty missions in the entirety of playing the game, and I haven't beat the game so far. I'd say I'm about maybe 30% through the story, but yeah, bounty missions don't really occur very often. It's not like in the last Red Dead where you just, I feel like being a bounty hunter today. You just walk up to the train station and pick up a flyer and go hunt the guy down. It's more like, oh, hey, you've been playing for a few hours. Here's like a bounty mission in Strawberry. You can go and you do it. You make a little bit of money. So it works, I guess. Number 5, gambling. You can gamble in this game, which is not unlike the last Red Dead. The games don't really give you much. I'm going to be honest, like, I've noticed most games are like between $2.50 and $5, sometimes $1 to ante in, so you might be playing for 30 minutes to win that little poker game, but you're not really winning much. If you really want to make some money gambling, play blackjack. It's really the only thing, and the piece of garbage about blackjack is that when you play it, you don't have the edge that you might have in poker, or maybe say liar's dice, and I'm praying that I just haven't found a game of liar's dice yet, because I love liar's dice. I love that game. I have a set of dice at my house, and 2 little foam soup cups that I got from a deli job I worked at that I play liar's dice with my friends and family. But I haven't seen this so far in the game. So far, I've seen poker. You can play poker, you can play dominoes, five-finger fillet. There's blackjack, which is the only real way to make some good cash. I mean, I like sitting down, playing a game of poker. It's all good. It's fun. But you're going to make, like, even if you make everybody bust out, you're still only going to make, like, $10. I mean, you're much better off just catching a couple of fish. Next up, number 4, fencing miscellaneous items and carts. Red Dead Redemption 2 is a Western. You come across a lot of bad guys, whether it's, you know, the O'Driscolls or some old robber on the highway trying to take your horse, whatever it is. You shoot a lot of dudes. You end up... I mean, it's Red Dead Redemption, so most of the game is just shooting dudes right in the face and cinematic kill cam shots, just right through the eye socket. But after you kill a bunch of dudes, if you have a little bit of time, which you most often you really do have time to do it, even if the guy's screaming at you to bust open a lockbox or something like that, you have time to just kind of loot the bodies, loot them. I don't care if they're robbing a train. I don't care if it's a random, you know, bad guy trying to tie up a woman and take her off somewhere. It doesn't matter. If you kill somebody, loot them. Loot them. Because you're not interested really in the ammo or the snake oil that they might have. But a lot of the times they'll have like belt buckles, silver rings, little things like that that you can fence. And also, you know, if it's a situation involving a cart where maybe they stuck up a cart or, you know, something like that, you can take the cart to the fence too and sell that. And I make a pretty good little chunk of change here and there. I just, you know, I say I'm going to go to the fence, and I go and I sell all the little rings and knickknacks that I've got from looting bodies. And it's, you know, I usually walk away with about 50, 60 bucks. Number 3 on the list, we're going to talk about fishing. This isn't like the way to make money, but if you're like me and they say, hey, Arthur, you want to go fishing, boy? And you're like, yes, I do. Let's go fishing. And then it's just 2-3 hours of Allie talking to me, and I'm just fishing in a video game. And she's like, if you want to go fishing, why don't you go fishing? And I say no. All that is just garbage, because there's no progression there. I can eat it or I can throw it in the water. That's the only 2 things. I want to fish and sell these fish for money. And then I fish, and I'm catching a bunch of crappy little buggers, you know? But after a couple of little fishing missions, you unlock some decent lures, and you learn what times of the day on the map to go and fish, and where to fish, and pretty soon, you're going to be like an expert angler, and you're going to just be like, yeah, I got this 5-6 of these fish in the bag, 5.5 pounds. I caught a catfish that was like half the size of my character. It was like 18 pounds. It's one of those items that you pick up and you have to put it on the back of your horse because it's too big to put it in your bag. Like I was carrying it with 2 hands. Trout. The steelhead trout, I think. Yeah, a steelhead trout. You can find those at your camp. I got the second camp where you're at the lake so far, and you take a lake lure out there and you wait till early morning and you just keep casting it out and you just keep pulling them in. And those steelhead trout are worth like almost $5 each for like the 4.5 pound trout, and you can catch like 6 in a row. You pick up a deer and a couple of wolf pelts and whatever and go to sell it at the butcher. You got all these fish to sell as well. And fishing is just fun. Number 2, hunting. You know, it kind of goes along with fishing. It's not going to get you rich. You're not going to be walking around in a valley, you know, swinging around your brand new silver pocket watch or anything. But you will find that hunting can be a pretty nice little money maker when combined with other activities. And, you know, animals are all over the place, especially deer. You get a bow or super early in the game. You can kill them, you can put them on your horse, and then say you come across some wolves or a couple of more deer, you can kill those, try to get the pelt as nice as you can, and then you stack those all up on your horse, grab you a couple of turkeys or rabbits to tie on the side of your horse, And you ride on into town, sell them to the butcher for a decent little profit. You might make like 20 bucks, $25 or something. But number one, if you really want to make some Skrilla, my guy, if you really want to bank it in big and make some big bucks in this game, just play the missions. If you see a big yellow circle on the map, mark it, cinematic cam your booty on in there, and just do the mission. Most of the time, that's robbing a train, or robbing a stagecoach, or robbing a house, or doing all three at the same time. But most of the time, you walk away like 100 bucks, 120 bucks. I spent maybe 30 minutes robbing this out nowhere land above Strawberry stagecoach. And I died a couple of times, and I got mad because I was like, why is my horse not running? My horse won't run faster than this. And then I finally Googled it and saw, oh, my horse is agitated. So I'm trying to calm my horse down while also chewing tobacco to get dead-eye, while also chasing this wagon as fast as I can, while also trying to shoot all the guys. There's a lot going on at once, and so it was a little frustrating. Took me about 30 minutes, I would say, to do the whole thing. But I made like $300. And in this game, $300, boy, that's walking around money. You're going to get yourself a new pair of shoes. You can go customize that new rifle you just got, engrave it, put a big old wolf right there on the stock to remind you that you are the apex predator every time that you aim that thing at some poor defenseless creature. But yeah, that's 7 ways to make money, to make some cheddar in Red Dead Redemption 2. And I hope you've enjoyed this video. I've enjoyed making it, and I hope to see you in the next one.